Today, we're gonna be listening to Nas's album, King's Disease 3. I've heard 1 and 2. Do I remember them? No. But I will say, from my standpoint, I have not been treating music with the same care that I used to treat it with when I was a child. It doesn't have the same impact or influence. So, I don't know. I kind of look at older rappers or, niggas who've been doing it before I was here. It's like older cousins and uncles and shit. So, you don't ever think you're going to outgrow the wisdom that an elder can provide for you. But that's the feeling that I'm getting from music these days. Like, I've outgrown my elders. I'm not saying you can't teach me anything, but they've kind of like gone on their own paths and done for themselves. So I'm not angry at any music that I'm hearing these days. I'm just not really uplifted or motivated to go and spin it back. So not the case here. We're going to be reviewing this album and we're going to see what it has to offer. First track, Ghetto Rapper.
Close your eyes. Listen.
Oh, Rip, I don't really care for the beat, but I understand what's happening. They working together. They building a groove. It's familiar. It sounds like Hit Boy is doing what Nas might be requesting or is accepting. It doesn't feel like they found their own sound just yet, but it sounds like they're trying to make a definitive sound, if that makes sense. Up to this point, lyrically, what he's been saying is facts. I can't refute it. And I knew it before he said it, so I can relate. I like it. I like it. I don't love it. I like it. So I just want to say, like, enjoyable music makes me move. This is not unenjoyable. I would just have to be at a spot where what's happening is not as interested as what I'm listening to. So if I got my own vibe, I'm tuning this shit out. If I'm chilling, doing my own thing, and this come on, I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to stop. But if I'm somewhere I don't want to be, I'm be like, oh, Nas just got a new project. Let's check it out. So real that I don't want to go back through that other song. I'm going to just skip through it. I'm going to be 100,000 on this review. No shade to Nas or any music that I review. If I pass on what I'm listening to, it ain't no shade to you. One other thing I'm going to say is a grit that's missing. Like, it sound clarty, like clean and dirty, like digital dirt. It don't really have the vintage sound, which is not a bad thing or a good thing. It's just an observation. I'm just adjusting to the vibe. It works. Nas' voice is clear, the music is clear, there's no mud. It just don't feel like all of these pieces came in the same box. It's like they all Legos, but you got the Indiana Jones set working with the fucking Marvel DC set. Like, the pieces, they fit together, but I can see that the colors is just not the way they're supposed to be. But this is hard. From the first 2 drinks that I heard, this has the most enjoyable frequency that I've heard so far. I'm not talking about words. I'm just talking about vibe. Nas always got poems for us. And let me say this. This is a sonic critique about more so beats, not what a nigga spitting, because we all got different political views. Nas Barkley before I even pulled to the spot. Fuck
niggas wanted my 30 for 30 highlights doing numbers. Going on 30 summers. Some nice new pieces you got. Bracelets, trinkets, and necklace. Click, make $1 million today.
This is the first joint that don't matter what he talking about. I could just play this and do stuff. This is Vibey, Hood to Hood.
It's your favorite neighborhood rap nigga. A rap man.
Low text.
Shit feel like I'm Superman sometimes. You hear about...
Sound like Nas trying to replace some old niggas with some new niggas doing old shit. And that's not progressive to me. It's like locking hip hop in a box. But it might just be reminding niggas what it is. I don't know. I don't want to be too judgmental because I'm not really judging. I'm observing and listening. But it's my take. Because I'm not really hearing Hit Boy right now. I'm hearing Hit Boy do like Premier and Pete Rock and all these other styles. It sounds like the samples is doing the work and niggas is throwing drums and a little bass line over a sample. I ain't hating, but it just sounds basic. This is a perfect Nas record. It is a perfect Nas record. There's nothing wrong with this beat. It is a perfect Nas record. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that Hit Boy is doing what Nas is asking. Hit Boy is producing what the artist wants. Yo, shout out to Bink, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man.
WTF, that's a bitch. My jury is disgusting, but
now this sounds like Hit Boy finally did a Hit Boy joint.
Let's discuss the case. I'm in another place. This whole like a night is shining on. Yeah,
hey,
try to be there for my kids.
No matter
how hard that it is. Everybody so quick to flip or say they with the shits. They go against someone look just like them, but when the enemy has government powers.
The difference between the other songs and this one right here is it feels organic. Why? Because Hit Boy did him, and now I can hear Nas on a different platform that feels progressive versus the other joints. It's like the soundscape is just taking me back to blocks that I walked already. I feel like I'm in a different space right here.
With a machete, pinky ring, a hog in the back. This is not a rap song, why you calling it that? This is an audio book, I'm an author on tracks. I opened so many doors, my launch pad was main source. You couldn't interpret the left jobs. Why would you try to come for me? Why you ain't proud of Nas?
I like that a lot.
If you lucky, you get on. Old timer told me, yeah, you ain't gonna be able to fuck the same. Drink is a gun.
Only thing missing is a fucking big bass 808, but I mean, it probably would have took away. I don't know, but this is fire. All on here is the boom, 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 shit like that, you know. But
no duck cut, I duck police. Dutch, I double my digits. ATVs, quads for speed. Doing willies, black lava sneaks. Family first, a holiday feast. I constantly seek.
So I'm smiling. Okay, where we at?
First time you heard Nas, you probably heard somebody say that I pick bad beats, but I pick bad freaks. Narratives, they running with the classics, they coming with, they fucking with when I recorded last week. Bryce and Ronnie, they pop ball, so they had to do it. My dad did music, I had to pursue it, and spread my wings on the helipad like swoop did. Yeah. first time you heard Nas, you probably heard somebody say that I pick bad beats, but I pick bad freaks. Narratives, they running with the classics, they coming with, they fucking with what I recorded last week. For new guys, hope this the first time you heard Nas. It's a special moment, a million reasons I wrote it. My shit'll get you resented, cause you can tell what my soul is. And I was going crazy.
That was tough. I thought it was gonna go somewhere else. That bass was fire. I thought it was gonna go somewhere else. It didn't. But that was tough.
The player when me and the mayor hanging, tapping. Just a grown man trying to see how to change the community. Cause all where the checks at. Don't shoot gangster. Don't shoot gangster. Don't shoot. It's like the military. You see soldiers marching.
Wait.
With order.
Wait.
Turn my hand out of my best cat with a new clan, but with a jet black. Don't kill the messenger. Pop a bottle in my Nautica. Bill Russell jersey, solid and sturdy. Stevie's harmonic.
That was tough.
It's like the military. You see soldiers marching with orders. We can't say anything without offending. So now my mouth is in the jailhouse with cases pending. First Amendment, you replaced it, rigged it, dubbed it down. It's not an option. Some of it I understand.
All right. So overall, my thoughts on this Nas album is it's pretty good. There are no complaints at all. I do have preferences that I would like to have had in the album that, you know, they're not there. But it still sounds good without them. And, you know, the first half of the album on a beat-wise wasn't really my preference. Nothing bad. Just wasn't doing it for me. I would say like the artistry contrast the beats in the sense of Nas is like super seasoned, and don't get me wrong, the Hit Boy is a seasoned producer, but the sound that complements Nas takes a certain type of mix, certain type of textures, and I feel like they wasn't there. So you have the ideas, like being able to create the pictures, but it's like drawing with markers versus with pencil, or like, you know, using like a clay paint, something that has more depth and texture. Like you painted very clear pictures, but I don't think they were supposed to be so clear. They were supposed to have a little bit of dirt or texture to really marry Nas' vocals onto the record. It just felt like beat Nas, and it's like, it's a sandwich, but you taste each piece separately. There's no like them coming together to create a new flavor, you know? So that's what it felt like the first couple of joints. And tasty sandwich. It's not my preference. Up until we started to get like the chemistry change. But what I want to say is, I feel like Hit Boy was doing what maybe he thought Nas wanted or Nas requested, and Nas was satisfied, like, oh, that's fire. So, you know, I don't think there was anybody in there saying, oh, this shit need to be extra dirty or this or that. I don't think that was really the goal or the focus. So I'm not tripping. I'm not hating. I'm just saying. Yeah, but What the Fuck SMH, that track was, well, I felt like the chemistry of the album changed and it kind of picked up. And he kind of let Hit Boy kind of direct the flow. I would say the first half was probably executive produced by Nas, and then the second half was more so directed by Hit Boy, sonically, nothing lyrically. All Nas lyrics was directed by Nas, and, you know, I felt like it was like co-production as far as just like input, output between him and Hit Boy. What the Fuck SMH, Once a Man, Twice a Child, that shit was beautiful. Beautiful, 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 bro. Beautiful. I loved it. Get Light, I like it. I understand what's going on there. I will say the non-heavy 808 presence is probably better for listeners in general because, you know, that low frequency is a low frequency. So, yeah. First time, beautiful record. And it psyched me out. It psyched me out. Like I said, first time you probably heard, nah, somebody dropping whack beats. That shit rocked me. That was tough. Beef, fire. Like that. Don't Shoot. At first, I wasn't feeling it. And then I'm like, nah, they're not gonna do this. Not on the last record. And I'm glad I waited. And patience is a virtue. And, you know, till my last breath, it was, but, I liked it. Overall, I would give this out of 5 a solid 3.5. You know, it's an 8th, you know, it's not a 50 pack, it's an 8th, but, it's a good smoke, you know, it's a good smoke. Word, but, Nas Kings Disease 3.5 out of 5. Overall, lyrically 5 out of 5, 50 pack. Beat wise, I would have to say I give it a 3. My favorite beat was either between First Time and Once a Man, Twice a Child. And then I just wanted to hear like, and maybe that's not Hit Boy style, but just like some more live elements or live emulation. It don't even gotta be like you got a live player on the joint, but just, I don't know, the sound just was like very digital. Tough, but I just felt like I was in FL Studio. Even the recording was done in FL Studio. I'm not shitting or hating. It's just, I'm not used to that. Anyway, I don't want to fuck up the review. Peace out, niggas.